Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today's Friday, August 18th. Happy Friday, everyone. It is 6:22 right now. Market's going to open in about 8 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a couple of things here to update and we should be good to go. That's good. All right, so let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. And we will get started shortly. All right, I'll give a few moments for people to make their way in. All right, guys, morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Today's Friday, August 18th. It is 6:24 right now. Market's going to open in about 6 minutes. So I'll get a few more moments for people to make their win. And as people continue to join their way, and I'm going to start marking up liquidity over here. So we'll start off over here with the weekly time frame. Mark this up from there. Blue already, it's good. So you have these right here. I don't think there's too much of a bias today. I took a glance at the sentiment. Sentiment's like pretty neutral right now, but I'll take a look at that shortly to confirm with you guys. But for the most part, from what I saw, looks pretty neutral for the most part. So let's see who's here so far. Morning, Van Hartwig. Morning, Daniel. Morning, Cernan. Morning, Karen. Morning, everybody. I'll get a few more moments. People are still making their way in. Let's see, we got the 8 hour right here. 4 hour. So you guys can see that even though I don't need to mark up the FAR liquidity, I just mark it up anyways. This just makes me better at marking up liquidity, right? Because I'm so much faster now that I'm used to just looking at like where to mark stuff up. So even though like these higher levels are probably never going to get hit today, I still mark them up anyways. And I think that's something that you guys should do as well, because that's just going to help you work on your efficiency when marking up these areas of liquidity. Like even though you know they're probably not going to get hit, they're still helpful to mark up so that in the future you're not panicking when the market opens, right? Like right now I have a few minutes, but I'm like marking these up like in slow-mo basically, because I already know how everything goes. So a lot of people have been asking me like if I have any exercises that I would recommend people do. If you like doing liquidity pushes, practice on marking up liquidity and then practice identifying, liquidity. That's all you have to do. It's just, if you want to get good at something, you just have to keep doing it over and over and over again until it becomes second nature to you. Like everything I do here on these live sessions, it's all second nature. I don't have to think about it. I just do it. And that's how you get better. So that's just my little word of advice for you guys, because I get that question all the time. And it's really not that, it's not as complicated as you guys think. I mean, I feel like a lot of people want to overcomplicate things. Just do what you got to do. That's really what it is. Do what you have to do to get better at whatever you want to be better at. There's no magic process to getting better at this stuff. So, all right, guys, morning, everybody. Today's Friday, August 18th. Happy Friday, everyone. It's 6:27 right now. Market's going to open in about 3 minutes. Morning, Shannon. Morning, Dan. Morning, Kenny. Morning, James. Morning, Karen. Morning, Kevin. Morning, everybody. All right, so I got liquidity markup right there. Closest levels right here. It's a very low level liquidity though, so you might want to be careful if you're looking to take it. I don't think there's very much of a bias today. I'll go ahead and take a look at the sentiment real quick, but from what I saw a little while ago, it wasn't really that big. So looking over here at sentiment, it's currently 56% short, so it's straight up neutral right now. Not really going to be much use of it to us, but we're still going to put it down. So 56% short. Looking over here at fundamentals are currently down 100 points. Looking over here at the technicals, it looks pretty much bearish for the higher time frames and then bearish neutral for the shorter time frame. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that up over here as well. So today's overall bias, retail sentiment was neutral, 56% short. Fundamentals, fundamental bias bearish, down 100 points. Short term technicals, bearish neutral. Long term technicals, bearish. All right, so we got the overall bias right there. As I mentioned before, we have liquidity sitting above, liquidity sitting below. We don't really have a strong bias right now. If anything, you might want to look for a sell, but I mean, you want to be a little careful. You want to just hop into a sell for no reason, right? So the closest level is going to be right here at 34 at 333, and the upper level is going to be over here at 34 415. You might see some manipulation here on open because obviously there's no bias right now. But we'll see what happens in a few moments. So looking at the news for today, let's see, we had no news pre-market for US, but we do have news over here at 10 o'clock. So not really any much news. There goes a drop right there, guys. It just hit liquidity, it looks like. I'm not in the position, of course. I would probably wait for the retest of it because, I mean, it did exactly what I said would happen on open, right? So there's going to be some manipulation here on open because there's no bias. Price can really go in either direction. I typically only take liquidity if there's some sort of bias, but right now there's not really much of a bias. It's more so neutral overall. So I'm not in that position. I wasn't planning on taking it. I did give you guys a heads up. It's just, you got to be smart about the positions you guys take, especially on a Friday. As you guys know, the trickiest days to trade are going to be Monday and Friday. Reasons for that is because people are exiting the market on Monday, so they want to offload their positions. And then Monday, people are re-entering the market from the weekend. So obviously, I'm going to be careful here. I'm not really looking to take anything. There's no news here for me to mark up. Yeah, there's really not much there's no catalyst in the market today. It's another thing that I want to make sure everybody's aware of. There's not really much of a catalyst. So a lot of the stuff here, the movement is kind of going to be irregular. I mean, there's not going to be there's nothing that's really supposed to push price around. Everything here, if the price moves kind of crazy, it's because the price is just moving crazy today. There's no catalyst that's pushing price up or down. So we have to just wait for the market to give us what we want to see. So I'm gonna mark up opening price right here. And we just got to wait for the market to show us the direction, right? And we need to wait for the market to show us the 10. That's really what you have to do. A lot of people, I know people get impatient. They want to enter trades right away. They want to enter the breakout. They want to enter liquidity, etc. But it's probably, in a lot of cases like today, it's best to just wait for a confirmation. There's not really too much going on. Got some breaking news from CNBC. It says Dow falls for the 4th straight day, loses more than 100 points, loses more than 100 points. Okay. So you can see CNBC just reported news that the Dow is falling, and you guys can see what happened with the Dow, right? The Dow did not fall. It actually went up. So just be careful, especially on a day like this. This is obvious manipulation right there. CNBC just reported that, like literally right now at 6:31, a minute later, price goes shooting up, right? So just be safe. Don't chase anything right now. Wait for the market to actually tell you where it's going, and then look for entries. Right now, it's all a gamble at this point. I mean, there's no clear direction, or like, we don't really have an idea of where price is going to go. I think the main thing is because sentiment here. Sentiment kind of is throwing people off because there is no sentiment. It's straight neutral. So when that's the case, price can really go in either direction. And that's a good thing for us because we trade in both directions, right? We're not really trading in the direction of a bias. And we have some bias that we're looking for, but we're not necessarily focused on just trading in that direction. So I don't really care where price goes. Price can go up, price can go down. I'm just waiting for opportunities for me to take trades here, which I don't have yet because volatility right now is a little crazy. So it's got to wait for the market to stabilize here a bit. Obviously, it hasn't stabilized. And then once it does, we will look for possible entry. All right, looks well, price is bullish right now. You can see that the trend is also bullish. We'll see if price continues to climb up here. If it does, then great. We'll start looking for a possible entry for a buy. But right now, and we're kind of just flat. So I think short-term technicals are either bullish or they are neutral now. So this is back to neutral. And again, we're just going to wait for something here to play out. Hey, Marcin, morning. Morning, James. Morning, Randy. Morning, everybody. Yeah, Van Harwick said rookie market makers started working today. Exactly right, Van Harwick. Started getting that push. So technically there was an entry right here that ran. I mean, obviously not one I would take personally because of the increased volatility here. It's just very uncertain to which direction price is going to go in. So I'm going to have to look for the retracement after, and then I'm going to look for a possible entry. But if you guys did look to take a momentum pullback scalp, there was technically an entry right here. Price pulled up. This red candle right here retraced. The next level would have been right here for entry, and that's where you would have taken the buy. Obviously, I didn't take the trade there, so it's not gonna count for anything. I just wanted to show you guys that there was an entry that came up right here. We had a bullish momentum, bullish trend, price pushed up, retracement on this red candle, entry would have happened right here. Would have came down, filled the order, went straight to TP. So now we need to get a red momentum signal to confirm the retracement. So we need to confirm a retracement, and then we'll catch the continuation to the upside. If not, then we'll look the other way. Here's the liquidity for the top side. So the buy over here hit, it already went straight to full TP. So if you guys took liquidity up there, it's already done with. But I still haven't taken anything. So there's no entries here on my end just yet. You guys can see over here, price is starting to retrace down a little bit. We need to get that sell signal. Once we get the sell signal, it'll confirm the retracement, and then we can look for the continuation to the upside. ATR right now is currently 22, so the volatility is pretty nice. It's not bad right now. It's pretty solid. This is where it should be. Typically, anything above 20 is where volatility should be on open. Between 20 and 25, the higher the better. Right now it's 22, so it's pretty solid. That's where it's supposed to be. Now we have to see. We just need to confirm whether price is going to continue pushing or whether price is going to reverse back down, right? Because we have a big candle right here. So with this big candle right here, one of two things will happen, right? Price will either continue climbing or it's going to come right back down and just retrace. So like one of two things will happen. Your price will push up, retrace, and continue climbing higher. That's one scenario. The other scenario is price ends up pushing up and then it comes down super hard to fill this candle, right? This big candle. So just a matter of patience here. It's got to wait for the market to really confirm what direction it wants to go. Once it confirms, and we'll start looking for possible entry. But since we got this marked up right here, I'm gonna go ahead to this clean chart. Actually, I'm gonna leave it alone for now, because if price pushes up higher, this high is not going to be established. It's just going to repaint. So you can see right here as price pushes up, it might just repaint the high, and it did exactly what I just said. So I was going to mark a zone right there, but I said if price pushes past it, it's just going to create a new high. So now that it's created a new high, we'll see if this holds. If it doesn't hold, then it just might keep climbing. So we have the current high right here. I'll just mark it up for now, just for visualization purposes. And then we have the low like way down here. So, I mean, it's got a long way to go, guys. You guys can see right here. It's just consolidating and ranging around this area now. It's established a resistance up here. So it looks like it's going to push another high. Yeah, it's still climbing. So that high there has not really been established yet. We'll just leave it alone for now until it actually establishes a high. There's no room for opportunity here yet because we don't have a retracement. At 638 right now, as price continues to climb up higher, I don't recommend chasing it. As you can see, price is overextended. If you measure it from this lower point right here to this point up here, it's pushed up about 1,420 pips. It's a pretty big push. It's due for a retracement here. You can say that right here, it kind of consolidated a little bit, but it's not really a retracement, right? Just consolidated a little bit at 120. So we'll see where this goes. I really just need a sell signal. If I can get a sell signal here, then great. We'll start looking for further opportunity. But right now, there is just nothing for us to take. ETR is still at 22. So we'll just, I mean, we have volatility here. It's just waiting for the setup. Nice. So Ben Hardwick over here locked in some profit already. So he's done. He took a liquidity push over here on open for the buy, locked in his profits, and he's done for the day. So great work right there, Ben Hardwick. Yeah, exactly. C6 said it's Friday. It's definitely all about patience. We're calling it early. Yeah, if you guys are happy with your profits for Friday, if you guys made profits already on this liquidity push, or you guys took the momentum pullback scalp over here, I mean, feel free to call it a day, right? You don't have to keep trading. I think 1 or 2 good trades a day is all you really need. I haven't taken my trade yet, so I'm still waiting for my opportunity here. But if you guys took any of those trades and you guys are happy with your profits, you can either call it a day, you can close your MT4 and just follow along. You can switch to a demo account. It's just today's not the day to take unnecessary risk. So today's not going to be that day where you hit your jackpot. It's either you're going to hit your jackpot or you're going to blow your account, right? I feel like that happens with a lot of people, and it's crazy. Like a lot of people don't learn. I'm pretty sure it's happened to a lot of you guys where you guys have made a lot of profit with me during the week, and then on Friday you just blow all your profits because then you end up revenge trading, you end up over trading, you just get too cocky, and it just happens for a lot of people. So I just want to put that warning out there so that it doesn't happen to you guys. Sometimes you guys just need to hear that from me directly so that you guys can actually do it, right? It's like you guys just need me to tell you to do something, and then you're like, okay, I'm not going to do it this time. Yeah, Song said might as well just hit up a chonga today, right? Doesn't sound like a bad idea. All right. So price is kind of pulling back right here. This is a retracement that we were looking for. We need to get that sell signal. Once we get the sell signal, then we'll catch it at swing back up if possible. If not, then I mean, we're just going to be waiting. No need to force anything here. Just a matter of waiting for opportunity for entry. So we got some profits over here from Patricia. Let's see. So Patricia locked in a total profit of 1,587 for the day. Nice work, Patricia. So solid profits right there. Here's Patricia's other accounts. Total profit of 1,770 on the first account, 1,720 on the second account, and a total profit of 1,131 on her third account. Nice work right there, Patricia. We got Johnny over here as well. Johnny said he was down in drawdown, but he's back in profit. He's out for the day. Total profit of 2,925. Nice work, Johnny. Yeah, great work, guys. If you guys are wondering, what trades were available this morning, I didn't take any of them, but I did mark them up for you guys. There's liquidity right here. This is one of them that hit. So I'm assuming Johnny took one of these here. It's either it looks like he took it for a bigger move. So he maybe caught it for 200 pips or 300 pips. But this was the initial liquidity here. The reason why I didn't take liquidity is because there wasn't really much of a bias. I knew price was going to push up because it kept dropping. So it just corrected back up. But I didn't really feel comfortable with it because I didn't really have many confluences indicating the buy was actually going to happen. So there goes that right there. And then there was one momentum pullback scalp over here. Thanks, Shiv. Yeah, the sell signal just came up right here, guys. So now that we have this, I'm now looking for possible opportunity for entry. So now that we have the sell signal, we now need to get a buy signal. So I need to get a buy signal here. And then once I have that buy signal, I need to confirm the retracement. So a couple steps here that we're looking for. We're looking for the buy signal to confirm momentum. Once we confirm that, we get ready to confirm trend here because price is above the pivots, trend meter is green, pivots are angling up, red pivots below all the other pivots. So we still have a bullish trend here. All I need is I need a buy signal. And then once I get that buy signal, I need price to retrace down slightly to provide me entry. All right. So just a matter of time, guys. Just got to wait a little bit. Volatility is kind of slowing down a little bit, which is completely fine. It's not a big deal. I just need to wait for that buy signal. It's pretty much the main thing that we're looking for here. All right, so still no buy signal yet, but it is looking like it's going to be coming up pretty soon. It's got to sit tight. All right, 6:44 right now. We have no news today, so there's no catalyst for us to look out for. There's no price or time for us to watch out for. It's just market movement. Just because there's no news doesn't mean that there's no manipulation. I haven't really checked CNBC to see if there's anything else going on today. Yeah, there's not really too much going on today. I think there's a buy signal that just came up. It's pending right now on this candle. There we go. So we got the buy signal pending right there. As it pushes up, we need to confirm a continuation up because this candle here is a little big. All right, so I don't know if it'll close. Does not look like it's going to close. It's having trouble getting pushed to the upside. Yeah, no closure there. Another pending buy signal right here. We'll see if this ends up closing. Let me check CNBC again real quick. Let me refresh this. Fundamentals are now neutral. So they're at 76. They're like bearish neutral. They're not very strong. But for the most part, they're pretty much neutral for the most part. There's not really too much news going on today. So, all right, let's see. Put bearish neutral. 50 points. Let's see. Shiv said there was news about Evergrande submitting for bankruptcy on Thursday. Yeah, I don't know if you guys, I saw it right here. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw this. This was like one of the biggest flops in China, and they're filing for bankruptcy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's pretty crazy. I mean, this has been, they've been going towards bankruptcy like for the past, it's been going on for years now. It's not like it just, yeah, see, you can see over here, it's the world's most indebted property developer defaulted in 2021. So it's been going on, and they've been trying to restructure, but it looks like they're officially filing for bankruptcy. I don't know how this will directly affect the market because there's so many companies that are entangled with them, with the developer, but I mean, we'll see how this affects. I mean, it's a good thing because when there's news like that, it causes volatility in the market, and that's actually what we want. We want price to be volatile. We want price to be crazy because it helps us when we're trying to look for these entries here. Because if we don't have movement, there's not going to be any room for entry, right? Because we need price to balance between these levels here. So we'll, we'll see what happens when it happens. But for now, it's not really much of our concern. It's just a good thing to know that there's something behind the scenes happening, so that if we do see some crazy price drops or price pushes to the upside, we might get an idea of like, why is it moving like that? So yeah, it might have an effect today, it might not, probably not. But if we do see some crazy movements, it might be because of something like that, or something related to what's going on. Yeah, Shiv said last time caused stocks to short sell. Yeah, I agree with you too, Shiv. That's typically what happens because people go into a panic, right? When people go into a panic and they don't know what's going on, like if there's a recession going on, people will sell whatever they have because they want to have cash. So same with, and that's fine with us, because if they sell, then what happens, right? Price comes down, we look for sells. So it doesn't really matter to us whether it affects, yeah, exactly. We just write it down. So it's not really a big deal. We actually want havoc in the market because we're scalpers. So like the thing is, if you're a long-term trader, a long-term investor, or a swing trader, you don't want havoc in the market because you want price to just go smooth up, right? You want price to go smooth up or price to go smooth down. For us, we don't really care because we're just on the market for like an hour. And I want all the craziness. Like give me all the push to the upside, give me all the push to the downside. So I can take my 1 or 2 entries and then call it a day. That's why I choose to scalp versus, normally traditional day trading and swing trading. Because the thing is, when you're swing trading and even day trading, you don't know what's going to happen in the next hour or so. Like anything could happen. So for me, I'd rather just be in the market for like a few minutes, few seconds, just be in and out, and then go on with my day. So I feel like that's what stresses people out. There's always like so much stuff going on that they don't have control over. And I mean, a lot of stuff can change within like an hour or so. Yeah, exactly. Shifts, it could flip at any moment, basically. Experienced that a few times, sleepless nights. Yeah, I hate running trades overnight because if you guys ever run a trade overnight, you're going to wake up in the morning either really pissed off or really happy. Either hit your GP or it's going to hit your stop loss and you don't know what's going to happen. So it's, I just, it's not good for your mental health, honestly, in my opinion. Yeah, Shiv says sometimes you panic, wake up and check the trades. It's not good for your health, guys. I mean, I know from experience, I've been trading for so long that I figured that this is what works best for me. I'd rather know right away if I win or lose. I don't want to have to not know and then go into panic mode. All right, so we still don't have the buy signal here, guys. I'm still waiting for that buy signal there to close. Price is still climbing, so it's completely fine. We just need to get that buy signal. Once the buy signal closes, we can possibly look for entry, but at the moment, there's just nothing for us to really take or focus on right now. Man, I hate that. Like, I wish we still had that resizing tool here for trading. I can still do it like this, but it's just kind of annoying because I'd rather just have easier access to it. All right, we got 30 seconds here on this candle. Randy's asking if I would take the next level of liquidity. I mean, it's still a low level of liquidity and it's overextended. So I personally wouldn't take it, at least not right now. I'd wait for it to consolidate around here a little bit and then possibly. Or if it lined up with momentum pullback scalp, possibly. But it's a bit overextended from where it's currently at. So you just measure from this area right here, Randy, up to the top. It's not overextended, but it's getting to that point, right? It's at 800 pips. So once it gets to like the 1,000 range, or even right here is a little bit overextended. It's not overextended, but it's getting to that point. It's like inching towards that area. So what I would look for here is I'd look for some consolidation, maybe a range, and then when it pushes up, that's where I'd probably look for the entry. But I wouldn't take it like immediately. Like I wouldn't take it right here because I think a fake out might happen. Price might spike up, fake out, and then come back up and then blast through, right? You guys have seen that before. Oh, man, this sell signal, I mean, this buy signal still hasn't closed. It's been a while now. Also, Randy, since it's a low level liquidity, it's not one that I really like, right? The only low level liquidities that I personally like are like the first one. So like the ones down here, because you have a lot of volatility right there. When it gets to this point up here, you start to get a lot of messiness. And you can see it's starting to consolidate, just like I said. So this is okay. This is what you're looking for, consolidation. Then when it pushes through, then you can write it up. But I wouldn't go for a direct push unless it's like a high level liquidity. Let's see. Dejan's asking, does anyone know who's going to replace JP Morgan if they actually attempt to remove them from the Dow? It would have to be another bank because they don't overlap sectors. So maybe Wells Fargo. It's gonna be one of the big banks, unless I don't think BlackRock would be listed. It's a lot of entanglement there if BlackRock gets put on there because they own like a lot of the other companies. So it would have to be another bank. because they have sectors further down. So if they're going to remove a bank, they can put another bank on there. If they take off a tech company, they put a tech company on there. Airplane company. Airplane is actually not, it's not a sector on its own, but like energy, you know, it's going to be, they usually just fill it in with that because they want to have a balance in the Dow. They don't want to have like no banks on there. It's frustrating. So still no buy signal. So I mean, this is good for you guys who are looking for liquidity push because it's doing exactly what I just warned you guys about. I said don't take it if it hits right away, but take it if it consolidates and then comes back up. So this is a good thing. You actually want